Welcome to our continued coverage of Canada's World Cup qualifying campaign here on Canada Soccer TV. Joined this evening by Tony Fonseca, assistant coach of the men's team. Tony, you and Stephen will now have had some time to reflect on Friday's game. Now that you've had some sober time to think about it, what are your reflections on the match?
A game of a lot of missed opportunities and chances to score. But unfortunately, I have to go back in time and say that our early exit from Gold Cup, left a few marks. And playing against a team like St. Lucia that we completely unknown, it was a lot of anxiety on the team, and I think that led to that kind of situation. We started the game really strong. We scored a goal, got scored right away, and obviously, bad things happen when that occur. So we tried to turn it around. I think the players, they're very cautious about what they needed to be done, and they did it well. We start the second half a lot better, and finally, some of those chances start going in.
It seems like in the match there was maybe such a gulf in quality that it made for a difficult game to predict and a difficult game for the players to understand. Certainly the patterns of play weren't the usual games they normally play over in Europe and with their clubs in MLS. Do you think the fact that it was such a different game made it challenging for the players?
Absolutely. It's always very challenging for any player that plays against a team that is wild as they were. No tactics, no formation. They just played very wild and difficult to understand, difficult to adapt as well. So I think being our first game and a lot of the guys not knowing what they will be facing, I think they end of the day we took the result and we scored a few goals. We could have and should have scored a lot more, but we take the win and we build for the next game.
The team has arrived in San Juan, Puerto Rico this evening. We know that Puerto Rico and St. Kitts drew 0-0 in the first match. What can you take away from that result, and what are you expecting on Tuesday?
Well, we know that Puerto Rico plays, most of the guys play in the league. It will be a completely different team, more organized, and obviously playing at home, it will be more difficult, and it will give us a different challenge. I think the guys are very cautious about that. They're here to battle. They want to win.
We know that going on the road in CONCACAF is one of the hardest things to do. Certainly coming down to the Caribbean is never easy. As a coach, what can you do to help prepare your players for the challenges they might face on Tuesday?
Our players are basically, they know CONCACAF well. They have certain experience. There's a few younger guys but they already know what CONCACAF presents to them. The biggest challenge is definitely the fields, and they will be prepared for that. And they just have to, go to work and go to war, because if you want to make it to the World Cup, you got to win. So and most of the guys, they experienced that before. They don't want to have the same feeling that they have in previous campaigns, and they're willing to fight. So I'm 100% positive that we're gonna face this series the best way, and we're gonna battle for everything.
Tony and the team will take back to the training pitch tomorrow here in Puerto Rico, and of course the match coming up on Tuesday on Rogers Sportsnet 1. Tony, thanks for your time.
Thank you.